Hello and welcome to Aura Talks. My name is Leandra. I'm a human design specialist and energy reader, and I work in the holistic health field. And in this video, we're going to explore numerology a little bit more and dive into master number 11 as a life path number. So first of all, let's go back to the concept of numerology. So everything in this universe has energy or is energy and therefore has a frequency, which means that also numbers carry a certain frequency and a certain meaning behind that. And if you want to go deeper into more of numerology, I have several videos already on it, so you can inform yourself also about all the numbers and what they mean, also about your life path number, and about also the meaning of this current year and what this year is bringing for you. But going back to the concept that everything is energy, we have also a birth code and a name code, meaning that our birthday holds some very valuable information in terms of numbers for us as our lifetime, what our lifetime is about, what our soul is about, and what we're here to do basically. Also, our name holds some frequency and some information that we're breaking down into numbers. But in this specific video, I'm talking about life path number. How to calculate your life path number? You want to take your birthday, all the single digits of your birthday, and add them up to one single digit, which means that you take the day, then you add it up to the month, and then you add it up to the year. So let's say your birthday is 5th of February, it would be 5 plus 2 for February, and then let's say 2002, you add another 2 and another 2 to it. So that would also together be 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 2 is 11. And the 11 is what we're specifically talking about today, because the 11 doesn't get added up to a 2. But we're going to talk more about this. The 2 also has a meaning. Anyways, the 11 is the life path number that you're then holding, if that's the number that comes out of the calculation. So the 11 is a so-called master number. Also, if you get a 22 or a 33 on that calculation, these are also master numbers. Why are they called master numbers? Not because they're better or worse than the other numbers that range from 1 till 9, but because they have a very, very special mission here on Earth. And the frequency of the master numbers is really old soul energy, meaning if you have an 11, a 22 or a 33 as your life path number, your soul chose to go on a very special mission here on Earth to help humanity with something, to master something, to really become the expert of a field and bring that to the world, bring your knowledge, bring your mastery to humanity. But that also means that your soul has already run through a lot of lifetimes and had to learn already a lot of different things. And therefore, this lifetime is ready to take a little bit more of a challenging route that will specifically show up in the more earlier years, because you have prepared for this mission, this incarnation for so many lifetimes before. So if you have had a little bit more of a challenging childhood as an 11 numerology, this is part of the whole process, because you are here to actually learn a lot in your early years, in your childhood, in your teens, in order to master, again, something that you're here to deliver, something that you're here to bring. But let's look again at the numbers that the 11 carry, or that the 11 is. It's a 1 and a 1 together, and so we have the energy of the number 1, but the 1 plus 1 equals 2, so we also have the frequency of the 2 here, which means that we have with the 1 the most masculine of all the energies, and with the 2 we have the most feminine of all the energies. And these two are combined in the 11, which means you're bringing together opposites. You're bringing together the masculine concept and the feminine concept at the same time within you, which could mean that both of these themes show up in your life, the masculinity and the femininity, the dark and the light, the spiritual and the earthly one. So you're a combination of opposites. And coming from my own personal perspective here on this, this was actually it was an absolute game changer knowing about this, because I always felt like I'm combining opposites within myself. I felt super masculine on one side and super feminine on the other side. So sometimes I felt very androgynous or even non-binary in that sense. So really combining these two, and they show up in very many different ways, has always been a really, really big theme in my life, and also finding my own femininity, finding my own masculinity. Also, the combination of spirituality and earthly matters has been a big theme for me. I feel very grounded on earth, very much like an earth person, but at the same time, I feel very much connected to the spiritual realm and very much not like an earthly person, let's say. So also trying to figure out how to combine these opposites within me. And I'm really curious if that resonates also within you. You can let me know down in the comments below if you want to share your own personal experience as well. So coming back, you're a combination of opposites, and therefore you're also here to channel that into the world, to bring the one side to the other and vice versa. Therefore, you can imagine yourself basically a little bit like a messenger for people, and that can express or show itself in several different ways. You might be a very intuitive, very spiritual person, and here to bring spirituality to humanity, which in my case, I feel very much connected to that. Also, a lot of artists, or you could channel that through your creativity into the world, where you're connecting basically your downloads, or where you're connecting your beauty and your creativity to the people and let it channel to the people to have it expressed in a more materialistic way. So we see a lot of spiritual leaders, we see very intuitive people, we see artists, but also people who are here to problem solve or find solutions for humanity that carry the 11 frequency as their life path number. That could sometimes lead to feeling a little bit like an outsider because you do not feel one side or the other side. You feel always like something or someone in the middle, and that could lead to you not ever fully feeling immersed into one community or just one side, and you feel yourself always being a little bit in between. I think specifically when you're younger or in your child or teenage years, this can sometimes be very, very painful, because you have that feeling of being an outsider, of not belonging maybe, or not really knowing where your place is, and that adds up a little bit more even of the struggle that the 11 has to, or the master numbers in general, have to experience in their life. Another challenge or another difficult situation is the heightened sensitivity of an 11 numerology life path number, which means you have actually very psychic gifts. You have absolute intuitive or sensitive gifts to read the room, to read other people, to know exactly what's happening, to feel a lot. And for me, when I found out about this was absolutely a game changer. It was like, wow, yeah, that makes so much sense, because I'm just feeling and sensing people. Even when I look at a photo, I know so much about a person. I can thought read sometimes. I just get downloads. I have dreams that tell me something. So your intuition is very, very, very heightened on all different levels. And if you don't know how to deal with it, if you don't know that this is part of your gift, you might see it as a challenge, and you might see it as something that is bad, that you have to hide, or that you are not allowing yourself to actually live. So then it becomes challenging, because you can see yourself as hypersensitive, and that can feel sometimes very, very overwhelming. Therefore, you really need to take good care of your health and physical well-being. As you are so sensitive, having the right foods is going to be absolutely crucial for you in order to keep your body and also your energy feel clean and safe. Not having a lot of electrical waves like radio frequency, like phone in your bed at night, or TV, computer all the time next to you, this is going to influence your energy body on a high level. Also having your safe space, having a place, ideally your home, where you can withdraw from all the energies of the outside world, where you have your safe anchor, is going to be really helpful. Also choosing the people around you really wisely, because you're going to feel their energy so strongly. So basically, putting it all together, being very selective about what you let in your body, where you find yourself, on which locations, which people you let into your life, how you create your sanctuary, your home life, your safe spaces, is going to be a huge game changer for you in order not to feel overwhelmed and to be more in alignment with your very sensitive energies. With these sensitive energies, or the sensitivity, as you start becoming older, you can start to see it as your gift and use it in a beneficial way, like I'm doing with my readings, for example, or like I'm doing with the videos, or like I'm doing with my work in general as an energy reader. It's helping me to understand people, to really tap into people's energy, and also provide healing to them, as I'm working also in the holistic health field. So as you start seeing this as your gift and not as a curse anymore, this is where you really own that energy, and you can use it for your benefit, and you can use it actually for your mission that you came here to do, in order to help humanity move forward, progress, heal, give them basically, where maybe if you're doing art or problem solving, giving them some beauty, some aesthetic, some message, some problem solving, whatever the case may be for you personally. But these are just examples of jobs that we find quite regularly here. So as you can see, the master number 11 has a little bit more of a challenging time until they own their energies, and therefore they're a little bit more of the late bloomers as well. So their career or their love life might only pick up a little bit later in life. And due to my personal interpretation of that, is that you first need to master the energy of the one, meaning you need to have this masculine energy of being a leader, of fighting for yourself, of individuality, of self-expression. And for me, that really has been a theme in the first 30 years of my life, where I really felt like I have so much responsibility. I need to really take ownership for my life. It's all about being very strong and more in my masculine energy, pushing forward, achieving the things that I want to achieve, going for the goals that I have in this more masculine energy. And I think the goal is to master this energy of the one until the two gets unlocked for you. So once you have tapped into that self-expression of the one, then the two, the more feminine energy of receiving, of being intuitive, of being tapped into your creativity, of connecting with others, can come out. So once you stepped into the two energy, as I said, relationship can be a big factor or can be a big component of your life that you're then stepping into. And here it's really all about learning how to set healthy boundaries, not to be a people pleaser, which can come with the energy of the number 2 sometimes. Really understanding where do you end and where the other person starts. Also not trying to make it to everyone right, because the 11, as they are so sensitive, they really tend to forget about their own boundaries and therefore want to make it right for everyone around them, specifically when they are in relationship. So learning that you also may allow yourself to take and to receive, that you don't always need to give, is a huge game changer. This could show up in maybe skin problems, because the skin is literally is the boundary, the border from ourselves to the outside world. So often people with a master number 11 have a very sensitive skin, or stomach problems. This could also be another theme that is showing up in your life, a very sensitive stomach as well, where you need to take care, as I said in the beginning, what you put inside of your stomach. Coming back to a conclusion of all of this, you are really here to bring something and channel something to humanity. You are here to be a soft and wise leader, not a leader that is pushing and forcing and doing, but a wise leader that has so much knowledge and guides and helps other people in order to get from A to B, basically. The reason, by the way, why I love the symbol of the cross is because it's the combination of the spirituality, the path upwards, but also the grounding, the earthness. For me, this has nothing to do with Christianity or religion in any way. This is the symbol that has been very ancient for combining spirituality, the upward movement, to the grounded movement, which sums it up really well. I think the numerology of the 11, combining the opposites, finding peace within yourself, getting comfortable. Also, movement could be a big thing here, eating healthy, taking really well care of your physical vessel so you can be of service in this lifetime. All your gifts are going to come out a little bit later. The important thing is that you really follow your calling, that you keep your energy space safe and clean, and that you are not afraid of your intuitive gift, but you allow yourself to fully step into them and own them. Also, not being afraid to channel your creativity in the first 30 or 40 years, maybe through creativity, maybe through an unconventional lifestyle that I definitely can subscribe to, that I'm definitely leading. So really owning yourself, despite you not maybe feeling this full feeling of belonging, is a crucial game changer for mastering the one, so you can tap later into the meaning of the two, and therefore also owning the whole number of the numerology 11. So as you can see, it gets a little bit easier as you go, as you grow older. Also mastering your relationships, mastering things on the material plane, mastering your intuitive gifts. And really let me know how that resonates with you. I'm sure there's so much more to say, but for now, that's all I got to say about this number. Let me know if you're numerology 11 and if that resonates with you. And I'm sending you so much love, and bye for now.